Can't we just play a game where nobody bails?
So I think that was the Morty announcement for somebody
Well,
lost.
the
Nope,
cat
looks
drugged
like
in.
we're all here.
Drugged?
Alright,
Is he
folks, looks
on
like we'll be getting
drugs?
underway. Just
Ooh,
give me
Radiant
1
Team
second
Band.
here. I gotta drink a little bit more whiskey.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero! Radiant Team Band!
Alright, that's enough whiskey for now. Let's jump into this here. So, first two bands coming from DC and Complexity. Looks like we have the same IO, and we have this Venge actually being banned out from Complexity. Looks like they didn't really enjoy dealing with the stuns and the swaps. Maybe they fear the actual carry Venge, so they'll just take care of it for DC. Maybe save DC from picking it themselves. Then they ban out the Bane. So we'll see if DC actually looks to ban out any of the weird Complexity heroes that they played last time. And hopefully they don't. They stick with the normal bans here. I think those are the same two as last time. So they're really fair, this Gyro and this Wisp. And they're not worried about the weird Lesh, so it looks like Complexity picks up the Batrider. And so the Venge Bane are perfect bans going into a Batrider pick. So no big surprise there. We'll see what DC look to pick up to counter this. So Oracle is a decent counter for the Batrider. We'll see if they want to take an Oracle, and they take the Oracle right away. They figure that'll deal with the Batrider enough for them, and let's see what they have to go buddy-buddy with this Oracle. So a hero that has a healing spell of its own goes great with the Oracle because of the doubled up healing. We'll see if they actually can work that into their draft, so the enchant will do that.
Radiant Team pick!
So that'll likely be an off-lane Bulba Enchantress. So now, Complexity will need to make sure they draft a little bit of magic damage that doesn't need to actually right-click this Enchantress to kill her.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left
But
to
with
pick
the
a
second
hero.
pick enchant, they'll have plenty of time to
5 seconds,
work
Morty,
that
and
into
it'll be
their
fine.
draft and won't have too much trouble dealing with it.
Reserve time!
Eating into their reserve time a little bit. We'll see. They're maybe debating on what actually deals with this Enchantress the best, or they're not even worried about it and they're trying to figure out what the best combo for their Batrider is.
Juggernaut.
So it looks like they go for the Jug.
Radiant Team ban! Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero! Whew, Radiant Team ban!
So Complexity throws out the Lone Druid, and DC throws out this AA. They don't want to deal with an AA, you know, against their healing strat
Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a
slash.
hero!
I don't know.
5
The
seconds,
AA, they
Morty,
could have picked
it'll
up
be
the AA
fine.
themselves, but they can't really work it into their
Dire team
strategy.
ban.
It looks like, so they toss it out. And Complexity throws out the Viper. I thank them for that because Viper is god-awful to actually watch. It's just a right-click
Go, Dire
war,
team.
and no
Pick
one
'em
wants
up,
to
pick
see
'em out.
that. So they ban out this Jungle CM. Maybe they're trying to save themselves from doing anything too crazy on the side of DC. So we'll see what they actually want to pick up now to go with this Enchantress Oracle. So they'll go for the Beastmaster here. So they'll have a bit of a creep army, and they're looking like they're trying to set up a bit of a push strat here. So we'll see if they're able to pick up anything else to go with that. They might be able to sneak in, say, a Lycan, or maybe a Visage, if they want to go full bore, full push here. Probably not going to be a Visage based on... well, it could be a Visage. They have room for another support.
Yeah, 5 seconds left now. Hey, Morty, guess what time it is? I don't know, Rick. What is it? It's reserve time!
So they actually go for the Undying here. Yeah, the Undying will do fairly well against this Enchantress in the offlane because he doesn't need to actually right-click him that often. The Decay stacks will stack up fairly fast, and the zombies will get this Enchantress harassed out fairly well. Or it could just be kind of a roaming support Undying. It's hard to say exactly what they want to do with this.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero! 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine. Well, what do you know? It's reserve time.
So with this Beastmaster being picked up, it actually throws the offlane question up there. Do they run the enchant off, or do they run the Beastmaster off? Now, normally I've seen Bulba on the Beastmaster, so I'm inclined to say that it's actually going to be a Beastmaster offlane, and that Enchantress Oracle is your support pair. And Enchant is not a terrible support, just lately we've seen her picked up for the offlane, max untouchable, you can't right click me, I dare ya build.
Radiant team pick!
So DC looks to pick up this Zeus, and it didn't go so well for him last time, but UR did decent on it, so they feel that it'll work. We haven't seen the mid come out yet for complexity.
Oh man, Rick, there's only
I mean, it could be this Bat Rider, but
yeah, 5 seconds left now.
I haven't seen a mid bat in a while. Most time you see the bats in the off lane, where it's pretty easy for them to survive and escape any ganks. But he certainly could play in the mid.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero! Oh,
so complexity picks up this Witch Doctor, and that's going to give him some nice sustain, so they are able to stay alive just as long as DC will, with this Voodoo Restoration, with this Healing Ward coming out.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
And it gives them another stun. They were lacking in the stun department.
Hey Morty, guess what time it is?
So far.
Rick, what is it? It's reserve time. Whew, Radiant team ban.
So DC throws out the Tusk. They don't want to deal with an Undying Tusk. Nobody wants to play against that. So they must think that this Bat Rider is heading down the mid, that they're throwing out the other offlane supporting candidates.
Yeah, 5 seconds
And we'll
left
see what DC or what Complexity wants to throw out.
What do you know? It's reserve
And
time.
they need a support,
Yeah,
or they need a
there's 5
hard
seconds
carry
left
over on
now.
DC. So yeah, we'll see the Dusa get thrown out.
Dire team pick.
We'll see what DC wants to go with for their carry this game.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero.
So if they want to
5
go
seconds,
for
Morty. It'll be
pushy,
fine.
they could go for the Lycan. I don't think they're
Reserve
gonna go
time.
for a Lycan though. They could go for the AM, but with the Bat Rider. And depends on who gets the junk. So they go for the Slark. They go for annoying and slippery. Make sure nobody gets caught, and make sure he can't get caught. So we'll see what Complexity want to answer this with. They need a support, a mid, an offlane. They could use pretty much everything but a carry at this point, depending on how they actually want to run these lanes.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Queen of Pain.
So they go for the Quap. So the Quap doesn't answer any questions until they actually pick a hero. So it looks like it'll be a Quap in the offlane. And I guess we're going to expect to see a Bat Rider coming down the mid. And we'll see this Undying Witch Doctor roaming supports. I mean, they don't got to roam. So we see a Beastmaster off lane coming out from Bulba. Obviously the Chessie's picking up Juggernaut there. So we'll jump into this in just a second here.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero.
And for anyone who's
Yeah,
confused
5
about
seconds
why I
left
don't
now.
sound like Mott, I am the opinion engineer. And this is me actually casting your only source for an actual caster on YouTube.
Why aren't they doing anything? They're just standing around. Relax, Morty.
So we see Complexity heading right down the mid, and they'll probably head straight into the enemy jungle to see if they can actually pick any interlopers off. We'll see if they have any luck. They might run smack bang into this Oracle or Slark. They're still all grouped up with this Jug leading the way. He's already got the Blade Fury skilled up, ready to spin away in case he has any troubles. So they don't find anybody right away. They drop a deep lane ward here. That was likely seen. Depends on if this tower actually had
30
vision
seconds
of
till
him or
Jin
not.
goes ham in the dollar store, Morty.
I'll probably break everything if I try to change it, so we'll just leave it the way it was. So we can see Bulba set up himself a nice safe ward to make sure he doesn't get caught out. And he'll help Yuar
Look at this
secure
game.
this
It just
ruin
started,
for him.
baby.
And they won't have any trouble picking up the ruin on the Bat Rider here. So it'll be a Bat Rider mid versus a Yuar, Zeus, and the Zeus already has a wand, and the Bat Rider already has a wand. So these guys are using their brains today. We'll see how much of the brain Bulba wants to use as he takes a bunch of harass from Swindle and all these creeps. And Swindle says, I don't need these creeps. I'll just throw my old warren down there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, and I guess it won't really matter because he's not going to be looking to take any creeps in the next 7 minutes. And his supports aren't going to be down here looking to take any creeps. So he'll just deal with it. So we see Aoi kind of swinging up here after plundering the enemy jungle for a big red tomato. We'll see a little bit of engagement onto Handskin here. A lot of damage coming out, but the stun will deny them. And the Slark better watch out as the spin actually whittles him down fairly low. But he's got 8 tangos on himself. He'll be just fine. Oh, Aoi picks himself up another tomato. And so we'll see if he looks to actually push back in against Complexity here. Got a Fortune's End being channeled. But another coconut comes out, and not an issue. So we can see Bulba doing fairly well against this Swindle. Queen of Pain here. He's actually taking a lot of damage, but he blinks out and he's fine. So Yuar is actually falling a little bit behind on his Zeus here to this Bat Rider. And yeah, he's just having a bad day. He's going to need some help from his supports as soon as he can. And now Limp will come up here and get this Arcane Rune, and that'll just make things even worse for Zeus. They do trade runes. So now the Zeus brought out a clarity. There we go. It might have had his bottle on there too. I didn't really see when he had that bottle. I would assume it brought the bottle and he bottled the rune right away. But Bulba's actually leading the boards here with 15 last hits. He's pulled ahead over this Swindle Quap right now. So hopefully he can kind of stay on top and keep on snowballing, because you are going to need some time to come online. This Bat Rider's just having his way with him, and Limp is going to make sure that Yor does not get any foothold in this lane here. This Jug is having a decent time at 8 last hits. He's just 2 ahead of the Slark, but the Slark's about to pick up a big creep here if he manages to get it. And Handskin actually wiped it out from under his little grubby claw things. And this Bat Rider continues to lead the board. Always obviously having a good time because he's picking on the poor innocent creeps of the jungle with his own creep army. Bulba's popped himself, and he's back up to full. This Quap is actually out of regen besides the Mango here, so he'll have to be fairly careful. But now Bulba's out, and after taking that Shadow Strike, he'll be down about even. So we see Z-Freak here getting harassed by the Harpy Stormcaller. And this is an evil creep, but luckily it's not on a Chen, so it won't last for 3 years like a normally Stormcaller does. But it will harass back this Undying and buy a little bit of time for this Slark to farm in peace and not have to worry about this Undying showing up as the Undying comes back. Meanwhile, in the mid, the Zeus killed a creep. It's been a while since he's killed one. He's now down 9 last hits to this Limp Bat Rider. And Aoi in the jungle, he's doing pretty great. And so Swindle has managed to turn the tide back in his favor. Now that he's got some levels, Bulba's not really able to stand up against him. So Bulba has resorted to barely killing creeps up in the jungle. So we'll see him pick up the I Give Up Iron Talon and continue on cleaning up whatever scraps he can find. And so now the Jug is rotating down to the bot. He cannot deal with that Slark up top, and so they'll likely send Swindle up top to deal with this tri-lane. So Limp has finished up his wand. Guess he decided that's the way to go with all this Zeus spam. Gives him a little extra stats. The Zeus is hurting pretty badly here. He's got a bottle coming out, but nothing else. He's looking to finish up his arcane boots. And they'll look down for a bit of a fight over this ruin here. We'll see if Swindle can manage to get himself killed. Doesn't look like it. You are missed the click on the ruin there. Happened to us all. Don't worry about it. So now we see Swindle heading back up top, or to the top, I guess. He has not been here yet. So Slark looks like he'll finish up some power treads. Zeus finished up the arcane boots. What a surprise. This Jug is having a decent enough time. We'll see what he wants to finish up. He might go for treads. He might go for the phase boots if he's looking to run down some people. Bulba's got a belt of strength. He'll likely go for a book first. This Bat Rider is only a 700 gold away from a Blink Dagger, so he'll be pretty happy. And then we'll look for a gank to actually come out. So Swindle's just kind of mopping up some of the creeps that this Oracle is cleaning up here. He can't really deal with the Slark either. We do see this Bat Rider. 45 last hits. So he is now farming the jungle and let the Undying. Oh, I hate you people. So they were able to kill this Witch Doctor down here. Looks like he got a little cocky and didn't realize that the Zeus was 6 yet. He should have known the Zeus is probably level 8. Zeus is only level 7. But he got a little low and died to the Zeus. And that actually went to Bulba, so that'll help Bulba secure a little bit of farm here. So we'll look to see what Bulba goes for first. I still think he'll look to go for the book first. That's a pretty standard Beastmaster build. The Zeus finished up his arc boots, sitting on 200 gold here. Bat Rider is just 200 gold to go for his Blink Dagger. Now he's 100 gold to go. He'll play it safe and get a couple last hits. This Courier's just kind of hanging out for some bait here. So now they've grouped up. They want to try to get this Bat Rider. If they're smart, they will throw everything they have towards it. While they have 3 in the mid here before this Bat is able to complete his Blink Dagger. And this Bat is desperate for another last hit to actually finish it up. So he's playing as far forward as he can. And now this one kill, that'll get him the Blink Dagger. So we see this Enchantress from Aoi. 1600 gold just sitting in the jungle here. Not really sure what he's saving for. He might go for a Midas. See this Slark sitting on a poor man's shield and some power treads. See Swindle, brown boots, and a Bacillus. Chessie on this Jug here, brown boots and an Aquila. And so Uar has managed to find a little bit of farm and complete a soul ring. We'll look to see what he actually wants to go for next. Bulba's finally finished up that book like I promised you he would. And so he'll buy a smoke and they'll look to make use of that book. Alright, so here comes the reveal of the Blink Dagger on Uar. They'll easily get this kill, maybe. Oracle, how does he work? Not that well, says Complexity. And they clean up 2. He does manage to hit the Oracle with that stray scream. I didn't think he would, but he cleaned him up. And so a nice 1300 gold swing going towards Complexity. And they'll look to actually clean up this tower here. But Bulba's here smoked. He can't really do anything against 3 people. So he's got to wait for them to back up. He'll come pick up an Arcane Ruin and look to try to pick off somebody as they farm. Now we got a bat blinking away. Here's a nice courier. That'll be good. Alright, so a roar for a courier, not bad. You know, it's only a minute cooldown. He's not going to find anybody to kill the next minute. And it's 100 gold towards... It's 150 gold towards everybody. So you blow that roar 100 out of 100 times probably. Unless you can see 4 people running at you. So we'll say 99 out of 100. We'll see the Oracle kind of getting some harass onto this Swindle Quap. So Chessie did finish up those phase boots, so he'll go for the standard run at you build. We'll look to see what he actually wants to go for next. I've seen some Blink Daggers, I've seen some Yashas, I've seen some weird stuff coming out of Jugs. So now Batrider's up to 1,000 gold on top of his Blink Dagger, and he managed to pick off Bulba here. But the counter roar comes out, and they're able to clean up Chessie. And they cleaned up the Quap after that, but the Batrider gets out. So that was great for DC. They kind of got handed a couple kills here, and they'll look to continue their push down the bottom and take out this tier 1. There are no more complexity heroes down here, so they should be able to clean this off fairly fast. They still have... Oh, I wish I told it the time. They got enough time on these creeps to take it out before this Batrider gets here. But the lasso's down, so he won't be able to actually get anybody. So actually they are TPing in some support. So we got 3-on-5 going on down here. Swindle just barely escaped with his life there. And I think that Fire Blast actually did Swindle in here. Ooh, just barely. So the Jug got a nice jump going out there. And the Coconut Death Ward will clean up the Enchantress. That's a red Angry Sun. So this Oracle's going to take some damage when that over. But he's just fine. And they're able to kill off this Jug for a second time in a row. And we'll see if UR can get anybody else here. So they should be able to get this Witch Doctor. Not really much he'll be able to do about that. And they shouldn't be able to get this Batrider with his blink up. So, another great fight for DC. And going a lot better than last game. Yes, you've yet to drop a tower. And so a Claymore flying into this Slark. He'll be going for a Shadow Blade. Well, it has the roar up, but wasn't quite sure where Limp was. So he decided to save it. Now that the Slark's here, if they can get eyes on him, we'll look to see this roar come out. And it'll be a fairly easy kill on him. Bulba's sneaking up through the trees then. Nice blink out. He'll be fine. So we can see you are kind of harassing Chessie here away. He pops a Salve. He'll get back up to full. And we'll jump over to Network. So this Batrider, you don't want to see your Batrider up top. That's normally not a good sign. Looks like you are able to get himself up onto the high ground here, but Limp will clean him up after they get the Tombstone up for a little bit of vision. Alright, the second level of book came out for... The second level of book came out for Bulba. So their pushing power is increasing. And so we can see this Bat on top. He's only, 50 gold, 80 gold over the Slark. And then the next two people are actually all DC. The next three people are all... next three people are all DC people. So look at the Enchantress. Thought that he could take on 4 people, but that's not the case.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So we'll see Complexity take out this top tier 1. And DC will attempt to trade it for this mid tier 1. We'll see if Bulba wants to blow the book for this. I would have blew there. There's the book finally. So they'll take out this mid tier 1. take out the Undying. There's a nice pick off by the reveal of the Shadow Blade from the Slark there.
Middle tower is destroyed.
And now they'll look to head up and
See what they did? Frankly, Morty, no.
clean up any stragglers in the jungle here. If this Jug does not... Okay, he's a spin TP. He'll be out just fine. Swindle's got a blink. He should be able to get out. They're looking to catch this Witch Doctor. He actually doesn't have a TP scroll. This Slark, if he's lucky, will find him. And the scouting ult from the Zeus will reveal him. But he cannot jump into this. He will die. Well, he won't die probably, but this Bat Rider will take him to an unfavorable location. Alright, so the Oracle doing a bunch of damage over to Chessie here. And so we'll look to see if this Bat will go for a... Oh. So that was a perfect time on the Dark Pack to dispel the lasso there. That has got to be annoying for Limp, but whoever Mega Man is, he feels like a total boss. So Theban will come down here and scout out this Roche. They know he's alive because no one's killed him yet. So they'll head into Roche. They'll have level 3 Necro Book up in 3 seconds, and they'll pop that to secure the Roche. And there's nothing that Swindle will be able to do about it, and they have 2 nice Zeus illusions scouting out to see if anybody's actually coming for them. And so the Bat Rider picks up a gem to look and try and regain some of this map vision. We can see there are quite a few Digital Chaos wards out. It looks like they'll take this Aegis and head down towards the mid. Oh, I thought they were heading towards the bot, but they're going to swing towards the mid to see if they can spot out anybody. So they know the Witch Doctor and the Bat Rider are towards the mid. And, oh, about 50 health on that Quap, and he got away. So that's just a salt in the eyes there. But it looks like they'll kind of push a little bit towards this bottom tier 2 while trying to defend this mid tier 1 at the same time. So the Bat Rider is coming around behind to see if he can find a favorable Blink Lasso. And if this Oracle shows up, it'll be pretty easy. So we can see everybody kind of collapsing on to this mid tier 1 here. Tombstone is out, so DC doesn't want to go up north of the tower here. So they'll look to see if they can get a nice jump in. There's just too much healing for them to actually jump in there. And finally Bull was able to come up from the river, take out the Witch Doctor, take out the Quap, and they'll clean up the creep wave here and that Tombstone, and they'll look to continue this push over towards the mid tier 2, and they have about half duration left on these Necro Books, so they'll be able to do some decent damage onto this tower. And a nice new creep wave coming in, so they'll likely take out this tower unless they build a glyph. Looks like they're going to work for the trade up top. They'll win a little bit, but they won't manage to TP up to defend it in time. They'll actually go ahead and start pushing up high ground. And they need to back up before they actually get Blink Lassoed here. Who to get? Alright, so he got the Oracle, and the Omni Slash comes out, the ult comes out from Zeus, and Limp, sorry, that's not Limp, Mega Man loses his Aegis, and he is surrounded by Radiant Heroes here, so he'll likely die trying to escape. Nice roar coming out from Bulba to save the Slark. So in the end, an Oracle for a Enchantress. Alright, an Oracle Enchantress for the Quap. Oh, that's not really favorable for DC. Yeah, as you can expect. That's about 1,000 gold heading towards complexity, and they only did about a quarter damage to this tier 3 tower. So we can see about 5,000 going in the way of DC, but that's making a slight upturn as complexity gets about 1/5 of that back, and experience is pretty much the same. This Bat Rider's hunting this Slark here. Not able to actually find him though. So, there's no Aegis. There's a Yash out on this Slark now. Let's see if he goes for an SNY or free. I haven't seen Mana Style come out on a Slark in a while. But it's possible. I'd expect it'll be an SNY for the run at you build. Smoke out from Bulba. You are, and Theben here, run right into a bat. That's exactly what they want to find. And now they'll head over to this Quap and look to actually pick him off. We'll see if they can actually find him here.
Tyre's bottom tower's getting hit.
He's staying around, so he must know that there's two people heading at him. He's got a blink, he's got a TP scroll, and he's got an Oblivion Staff. Looks like he's going for the Orchid. And so Bulba's doing a little bit of creep cutting here.
Oh, Tyre's bottom tower's denied. Oh.
So actually deny that tower. They see the Undying. I just pinged him. They saw him kind of head this way. Roche won't be up for a while. It looks like the curly Q here says there's probably somebody in our jungle. Let's head on over there and see what we can find. Nice blink lasso from Limp coming out of this Oracle. He'll die after a while, but it's gonna be close. Alright, so he maintains his HP.
Oh man, this guy's dominating!
And Slark actually jumps in and picks off the Witch Chakra in the middle of that. Nice roar comes out from Bulba, and they're going to be able to pick up Chessie here. The Omni Slash comes out. He's jumping around. He might be able to pick up UR. He does not pick up UR. Nice, nice Blink Scream coming out from Swindle, but he's not actually able to get anybody, and then they pick up the Bat Rider and the Undying, and Swindle jumps out, and he is alive. So now, what's their plan here? 20 seconds. Book creeps are up. Won't be able to do any damage to the tier 3s, but they can head towards these bottom tier 2s and try to get a little bit of chip damage at it. It's already at a quarter. They're out of creeps though, so this won't really work out. Swindle is over here. Killing creeps. Oh. Well, you know, sometimes people do lots of damage. So, with the book creeps and the Alpha Wolf, they are actually able to take out this tier 2 through the backdoor protection. Rune spawn, still a minute before we actually see when Roche will spawn. And they'll look to just kind of clean up some of their jungle here. So this Beastmaster will likely pick up Boots of Travel next. He's got 2,000, he's got 1,700 gold and a Blink Dagger already. He doesn't need the Ags yet. Nice combo coming out from Limp, but the Oracle is there to screw with all their plans, and now the Slark is there to pick off the Quap. Just missed that. Whatever the hell that guy was. Just missed that Bat Rider. And Chessie actually calls the GG, and they are done. They've had enough. They don't want to do it. And they just GG out. They see no hope for this game. So they throw in the towel. So we'll look to see, you know, what happens in Game 3. The push strats are working out fairly well for either team. And we'll see if they continue with the push or